To order. Hi, everybody. And let's see. Agenda, call to order, just did it. Agenda item number 2, public appearances. Any public appearances? Seeing none?
No.
We'll move on to agenda item number 3, approval of the minutes, and we will need a motion to approve the August minutes.
I will motion to approve.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Yeah, I can second.
Thank you, Brock. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Any questions or comments or discussion about the minutes? Hearing none, then let's vote on the motion. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Ben, I can't hear you, even though it looks like you're off mute. Still can't hear you. Okay.
He did send a message saying aye.
Okay, perfect. Opposed, no. Motion passes. Thank you. We will move on to item number 4, then the treasurer's report. We've got the June financial register and the June financial overview.
Yes, and I don't think there's anything remarkable in either one of them. Kind of business as usual. Did anybody have any questions about any of the charges or any of the accounts? All right, then we can go ahead and approve that.
Not hearing any questions, so we need a motion to approve the register and the financial overview.
I'll motion to approve that.
I will second it.
Thank you, Toby. Thank you, Brock. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? We'll vote. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
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 And opposed, no? Okay, motion has passed. On to item 5, unfinished business. Seeing none, we can move on to item 6, new business resolution R 170-21.
All right, so this is an annual resolution for us, the only one we do all year. And this is kind of housekeeping business. So if we were not meeting the county standards for providing a library, so we didn't have enough open hours or enough collections, or our budget was not high enough, then we would not be able to exempt from the library tax, but we meet all of the criteria. We're over most of them by quite a bit. So this is just us saying that we're providing our own library services, and we would like to exempt from the tax. The tax, when we paid it 10 years ago before we opened, was about $1 million. So well worth asking not to pay it, I think. Any questions about this?
Were there enough open hours in the last year?
So they waived that because everybody was closed. But the standard is what your typical open hours are in a week, so.
Okay, then we will need a motion to approve resolution R 170-21.
Okay, I'll motion to approve.
I can second.
I will third just to see if my microphone is working.
Working.
It
Thank you.
is.
Thank you, Ben. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? And we'll move to the vote. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
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 All right, opposed, no. There's none. Motion is passed. Thank you. Okay, then right along to the item number 7, president report. Only thing that I have to report is, we'll get into this later, but tonight's the night where we'll do closed session for Wendy's review. We have all the inputs. We'll discuss tonight, and then following that, Wendy, we will get time set up. The personnel committee will get time set up with you to give you the results of that, and we'll take care of that later this month, probably, or early in October.
Sounds good.
Is there a specific date before the October meeting that we need to do that by, or that you would prefer?
We usually try to get it done by my anniversary, which is the 4th of October.
4th of October?
Yeah, but not a giant deal if we go a little bit past it.
I think we can handle that. That's it for me, so we can move on to agenda item 8, library director report.
Just wanted to report that we are back open to our regular hours. So we're open till 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday. We're open 10 to 6 Friday, Saturday, and we just opened this last weekend on Sundays from 1 to 5. Traffic is good, but not back to where it was pre-pandemic. We are still offering curbside services for people that are uncomfortable coming in, and we have moved that to the parking garage. And extended the hours. So we're just running that through the circulation desk now. So people can just call there and have their holds taken down to the parking garage for pickup. It's not being used very heavily, but there are certainly some people that are, I think, appreciative of having that service. We had our first in-person program this morning, an adult book club. I think we had a handful of attendees. So things are going well. No complaints. And everything else I have is gonna fall under a committee report.
Hey, Wendy, have you seen any kind of related uptick in traffic now that schools are open and in person in Dane County as well? Has that had any impact, more sort of like teenagers or kids in the building in addition to adults coming in?
I think we're actually seeing kind of a downturn of families in during the day. And evenings have not really picked up a lot yet. So not a huge amount of change there. We are seeing a lot of use of the study rooms. So I think that we've got a lot of people that were missing having that. And we've had a couple of meetings as well. Just a handful in the meeting rooms.
Good. Okay, anything else for you?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 9 on the agenda then, committee reports, and 9A, strategic planning.
So just a report that we did place the order for the print management equipment. There's 6 to 8 week lead time on that. So we are now just waiting to get that installed. I was a little bit worried that the staff were going to be hesitant because it is kind of a big learning curve for the patrons. But so far, all I'm hearing is that they really want to know when it's going to get here and get installed. So everybody seems really excited about it. So we're looking forward to that. That's all for strategic planning.
Okay, go ahead and move right along to item B, facilities.
One of our to-do list items this year was to replace some of our task chairs. So now that we're 10 years old and we have people who've been sitting at the public service desks for 10 hours a day, some of the task chairs were starting to look pretty worn and fall apart. So we replaced 7 of them. We've got way more than that in the building. I'm trying to just do a certain number of them a year to kind of spread the cost out. But we just distributed those to the service desk today and everybody seems very happy with them. So good move.
That's great.
And that's all. Oh, and LEDs. I think we've finished another round of LED replacement. So we went with the hanging pendant lights that are in the windows around the library, including the one in the glass staircase on the north side of the building that required scaffolding to get to. And I think Kevin and I were both very happy that Hill Electric was in charge of that instead of us doing it. So we are still waiting on some bills from them to see kind of where we are in that, in the budget that we have, to see if there's anything else we can get done this year. But they finished all of the admin wing and the area behind the circulation desk, the fiction area, is all done as well. So that project is going really well. And that is all I have for facilities.
That is great. We can move to item See then personnel, anything under personnel, Wendy, before we make the go to closed session?
Sure. So we had 2 library assistant 1 positions open. And we have filled both of those positions. So we, by the end of the month, we'll have both of those. We did then get another resignation for a 3rd LA1. That's a half-time position, but we are hoping to, we posted it internally and are hoping to fill it that way. So at some point this fall, we'll probably need to post for shelvers again. But things are really looking up staffing wise. We've been short for a little bit, but things are starting to feel better. And that's all I have for personnel.
Very good. Thank you. Could you take a moment and outline for us what we need to do to appropriately move into closed session, what we need to capture while we're there in terms of handling the right protocols and coming back?
Sure. So the person who motions to go into closed session will need to read this little blurb in its entirety. And then you can go into closed session. When you are ready to come out of closed session, you'll need a motion and a second and a vote. If you could note who makes that motion second and what time it is. And then also when you make a motion and a second and vote to adjourn, if you could note who makes those motions and what time it is and send that to Maggie for the minutes. And then when you come back into open session, you'll call Fact TV and they'll put us back up on the screen. They'll put you back up on the screen. Maggie and I will not join you again.
And so we'll come back into open session
and then vote to adjourn.
And then I'll call, we'll get back on the line or
yes.
And then we vote, or then we do the motion to adjourn.
Yes, correct.
How do we make sure we are actually in closed session?
So I believe,
and that it's not filming?
so I believe that Scott Yarborough's little screen up here where you see all of us right now should turn off.
Okay.
And I'll probably go double check online to make sure it's not streaming. And I will call Stephen frantically if you are still streaming. Does that sound like a good plan?
That sounds perfect.
Excellent.
So given that, we do need a motion to move into closed session. As Wendy said, please some volunteer to read that and then a second, and then we can move from there.
Okay, I will move to go to closed session pursuant to section 19.85, parentheses 1, parentheses C, Wisconsin statutes. The commission will move into closed session for the purpose of considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, more specifically to discuss a personnel issue, in parentheses, evaluation of the director, end parentheses.
And we need a second, please.
I
Come on,
will
guys.
second that.
Thank you. Okay, moved and seconded. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion is passed. So we will now move into, okay, we now need a motion to adjourn, please.
I will motion for us to adjourn until October.
Okay, Ben motioned and
I'll second.
Brock. The time is 6:29. Thank you all very much. We are, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no? Okay, motion passes. Thank you all. Have a very good month. We'll see you in October.